Boon and salutations. We are within gratitude to be called forward at last, as this the vessel has redefined and recalibrated. We accept this invitation at this time to speak to those who are within the resonance field of this information. It has been millennia that we, as the observers, have watched all of you within your earthly kingdom develop that of the knowledge which was given forth unto you to create and sophisticate that within your abilities and to co-create. It has come now to a new beginning, to a precipice in its evolution. You have all been given that within its universal law of free will, and you all have and still are within choice of choosing. When you sit in the silence, which is rare at this time on your kingdom, the silence gives you the knowingness or the knowing self awareness within its ability to choose justly. Some of you listen and adhere to rhetoric that keeps you within a victimized thinking of pattern, and this of yourself are then a slave to that which they are creating within the subculture. It is through the activation of fear, taking one's power away from one's ability to receive fully and clearly, within that they can integrate the greater wisdom of all mankind within its heart knowingness, the brain of the heart. This is the center that controls that which you are within your ability to co-create on a quantum level through your thinking, through your visualization, through this of your adaptation into all challenges. Life itself comes with challenges. It comes with that of the ability to run into forked roads and choose a direction. You are all, as a planet, within all of earthly kingdom, being called forth at this time to be within your choosing of your road, your direction. For, as the population has grown immensely and beyond capacity, it is now come to the time of a new beginning, a new awakening within all of mankind for those who choose. It is not forced. It is not made with effort. It is made with allowing, with accepting that which you know innately within yourself to choose wisely, and listen not to these prophets that speak of ill and cause fear within your being. This creates a stifling energy and no longer allows you to create from choice, but from a basis or a foundation that is unstable. We encourage you at this time to reevaluate who you're following, and if you're following. Reevaluate who you're seeking, if you're seeking. Reevaluate who you are listening to within their words. Do they speak of quiet? Do they speak of calm? Do they speak of peace? Do they speak of love? Or do they speak of empowerment, fear, the evolution that is dark? Do they speak of war and harming others in the name of a creator that they have created outside of themselves? This is false information. This is information that the subculture has controlled you for eons. It has allowed you to create weapons instead of technologies. It has allowed you to create divisiveness instead of togetherness. It has allowed you and motivated you into create this separation. The separation from your God self, your inner light, and from that outside of yourself, seeking a savior, someone to rescue you from yourself, your own path, which is by free will, your own choosing. This choosing is that within your direction. You can seek to be in fear, or you can seek to be in a state of consciousness that allows joy to permeate this of your entire being from inward outward, not from outward inward. This is a reverse direction in belief systems that there is something outside of you that creates you, creates your reality, and allows you to move forward through hardship and many lessons. Life is simple when embraced through joy and that of the co-creation of your self-evidence within your ability to create as your God self within the light of love. Unconditional love, supporting of your neighbor regardless of color, regardless of religion, regardless of demographics or belief systems. All of these are not to create separation. The continents divided when humanity began to divide. Long, long ago, in an evolution process of your great mother, Gaia. If you think that the planet that you live on, the kingdom of Earth, is not alive and has its own process of evolution, then you are mistaken. This process of evolution, she too, as you, is moving into a state of survival. This will create, not to incite fear, but movements, an evolutionary process on your planet, as this is an old age remembered as a new age. The subculture that seeks to keep you enslaved and in fear are losing control as mankind within its whole is awakening to a new process, a new way of being, a new way of living, a new way of thinking, a new way of inhabiting this of its earthly kingdom. We, as the observers, have watched as choices are made, many unconscious choices are made in your abilities to co-create. You propagate without consciousness. You create an individual after fighting. You create an individual through this of lust, fear-based within your own self. This creates memory, cellular memory. When you see those individuals that you meet that seem to smile and their heart seems to shine or come into a room before their physical state, these are the people that were created vastly from love. It was the entwinement of two individuals co-creating within love and satisfaction of the joy of consciously creating a new life form. This creates a stable foundation, mentally, physically, spiritually, however they see it. It creates someone who has the ability to discern what brings joy to them and what does not, for they were born in the memory of joy, love, and creation. Those who are created without conscious awareness, but through simple lust, through force, through domination, after fighting, indeed the word make-up sex, this creates a cellular memory of violence, of damnation, of fear, of lust, unfulfilled. This creates a hollow unit or being that is lost within its direction. Many of you call this karmic. It is not karmic. Karmic simply means lessons learned throughout a lifetime. You do not return to create new lessons. You return to learn the valuables of the understanding of that you cannot force another. You cannot take another energy, belief systems. You cannot give forcefully against others' will. You cannot dominate, for if you do, you will be returned to that of the lower dimension, to vastly go through shifts and changes until your awareness comes to a full light of this that is not separate from your God self or your ability to create, co-create, and see that which you are within your world. Regardless of how you came into this physical being form, regardless of your parents and their motivation at the time of conception, regardless of that, you still, with your free will, have the ability to lift up and shift. When you release this of the fear, this of the suffering that you ruminate over and over within your mind, within your being, that creates this suffering continuously, when you move into a state of silence, quiet the mind, quiet the heart, quiet the body, you then receive. You receive vastly and greatly of information, unworldly and beyond. You receive direction at your crossroads. You receive knowledge that propels you forward into a state of fulfillment, a state of full capacity in which your cup overflows with the life force energy. You become rich without wealth. You become a king of your kingdom, a queen of your kingdom. You become aligned, enlightened, and fulfilled. It is this within the ability of all of you to rise up into the consciousness that has been named by many names. Krishna, Buddha, Christ, the list goes on. When you arise to this occasion, you are then tested once again by your egoic self to see if you can be within your ability authentic, or are you within yourself creating something that you think others want to see within its full and enlightened self. This is the super egoic self that can penetrate and take over. It is easy to get past, for you do not use your name. You do not look at yourself with vanity or hopes that others admire you. You release this fully, and you become one with the energies that are truest within your form, within your heart, within your being. This creates a new reality for you. It aligns with that of the collectors when they come. The gate is open to all if they choose to walk through it. The gate will be open to all without death to transform and mutate within their highest form of light and ability. It is within all of you to do this. If you seek to be saved by indoctrination outside of yourself, if you seek a savior, you will surely pull in those who will mislead you. If you seek something outside of yourself to fulfill you, it'll surely leave you empty. Fulfillment comes from the fullness and the capacity of one's ability to love fully and completely within yourself. It comes with silence. It comes with meditation. Meditation comes in many forms. Some run, some walk, some dance, some paint, some go and enjoy the elements of nature without distraction. For without distraction, there is the silence of life, living fully and completely. It takes the willingness to see what is dark within your soul, within your thinking, within your being. What traumas and dramas have you held on to and ruminated over continuously, only to create the same suffering again because you dwell upon it and thus co-create it once again in order to learn that of the lessons that you call karma? This is simply the lessons of your lifetime within this physical form. It is the choosing and the awareness of not forcing your belief systems on another, not receiving belief systems that do not align with you personally, for everyone finds their God self on their own path. You can find others who can direct you, who can point the way, but inevitably, this path is unique unto each of you. Some it will come swift, like a storm, shifting everything within your life and awareness. Some, it will be a process that takes the time of many times within your ability to release through analyzation, feeling, thought, but ultimately it is released and revealed within the silence of sitting, not busying yourself as distraction, not listening to something as distraction, not compelling yourself to duty out of compassion, or give yourself away thinking you are within yourself being wholesome and aligned and enlightened within your giving, only to see that you are receiving something from outside yourself once again. When you give fully and completely without wanting or needing recognition or that within the praise of others to celebrate you and who you are for your good deed done, it is in that moment that you shift on a quantum level. You become aligned with what is right, what is good within yourself. However you determine that, with an acceptance of your darkest shadows, your biggest fears, and see your imperfections as perfection. For all of this aligns within the opening of the heart into great compassions, great awarenesses, empathy, sympathy, the ability to feel and know that you do not have to take on the pain of one you see suffering, but maybe make their path gentler and lighter. If your greed overtakes you because of fear, and you gather and collect and do not help others strive forward, then you have done this needlessly and without fulfillment. If you gather, collect, find resources, and then use them wisely, for you only need shelter, transportation within your kingdom, but you basically, on the level of humanity, on the level of being in physical form, need nutrients, but not as often as you think. You need shelter from the elements. You need warmth and coolness, depending on your climates. This is all you need. Beyond that, it should be spread wisely and shared with those who are needing within their ability to move from suffering into enlightenment. This is all within itself a paradox, a complexity that only the observer can see once they stop being within themselves, trying to fill every moment within movement, stimulation, and all things that require thought, that require the ability to not be present. This is the illusion that keeps you trapped. We share this within light. We share this within love. For as we came once before, we shall come again, and send those who can witness and ask the questions that enlighten you, that help you evolve fully in a state of oneness, a state of co-creation within this of the ability of love. Love is not outside of yourself. It is yourself. It is your entire being projected outward once you fall deeply in unconditional love with all and the entirety of your experiences and who you are within physical form. When this is done, you give unconditionally outward to those, but with wisdom, not to be taken advantage of, but without greed, without selfishness. This allows you a freedom of the soul. The most important thing, your light, is free to shine in the ability to illuminate others in their process, regardless of the level of evolution they are at. For you do not know their suffering unless it is given forth unto you. You do not know their path, for each path is individual. You do not know what may be the moment that they come into full awareness. It could be by an action or act that you do in their life that creates love, unconditional, within their heart, their being, and it illuminates outward into their cellular being, into their nervous system, and realigns and adjusts the new beginning. This is a ripple effect. This is what you are meant for. This is what you are called for within your illumination at this time of transition. Transition, we mean, within this of your earth kingdom, which is dividing rapidly now, which is moving into two planes of conscious awareness, two planes of the ability. It is within your ability to use your mind wisely, aligned with your heart and guided by your gut. The three brains of wisdom within the inner being that align from the animal self to the spiritual self and work in balance and tandem to be conjoined within its full, spacious awareness of giving, gifting, receiving, and loving. This is rounded. It is rounded within its shape. It is not angular. Angular creates rigid. Rigidness creates a downplay, a shutting down of the soul within its ability to co-create wisely. We release this vessel now within wisdom given, within gratitude of receiving, and love within fullness of light to all who resonate within this. Rejoice and be within yourself at last.